Hi, I'm Geth Griffith. I'm a bass teacher at the Junior Royal Northern College of Music. This is my student Nellie with me today. I just want to talk about a habit that I find that some students, particularly smaller students, have difficulty with, which is getting a really big stretch when they come to bow. If you just put the bow on the strings for us, Nellie. Now, when Nellie comes to do that, she's reaching down nice and low. But the thing is that when she plays naturally, the bow can move up over the fingerboard a little bit. I'm afraid there's a little bit of evidence of that there, because you can see there's a little bit of rosin over the fingerboard. It's just a tricky thing, because you need to remind the students that that's happening, and they don't always realise when they're practising at home. Quite rightly, they're worrying about fingerings and bowings and other things. So it's finding a way to help the students remember. So I've developed a little device here, which is basically just an L shape. I've used a piece of copper. This is called a brazing rod. It's something that's just available from most DIY stores. Although copper's quite expensive at the moment, so you can use any type of metal really. I've just bent it into an L shape, and I've put some lumps of blue tack on here so I can fix it onto the back of Nellie's fingerboard. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to fix it onto the back here, with this centerpiece sticking up here. So just push that on using the blue tack. And now hopefully when Nellie bows, she'll find that something to remind her that if she starts going too high, the bow will just hit this, and she'll remember that she needs to bow below this mark and not over the fingerboard. So hopefully it's just something which will remind her when she's at home. The good thing about using blue tack is that if you accidentally knock into it with your bow, it just gives a little bit and returns again. It won't actually fall off and damage the instrument and scratch the surface here. There's just one thing I think you have to be careful with this. There's a potential thing, which is that when you bow, if I could just borrow your bow, Nellie. If you're not careful, students can start just to do this and start bowing at an angle, because they start bringing their arm naturally. They just kind of bow around the corner a little bit. So it can be good to do this in front of a mirror, and just to keep reinforcing how important it is to keep the bow perpendicular to the string. But yeah, there we go. Guaranteed to solve all bowing problems.